So needing as many 3D prints as I have, I ended up picking up a printer. Some of them are very cheap right now. The one I picked up was $200. So I started printing out my own parts. This is a 3D printed 30 by 30 Crossfire antenna mount. This is not for the Immortal T. This is for the one that actually comes with the Crossfire. And the reason I like this is because you can actually use that antenna. But anyway, the point of this video is actually not to show you 3D printed mini quad parts. No. The point of this video is to show you my side project and the side project to that and the side project to that. You see, Halloween's coming up and Thingiverse is evil. So it all started with these guys. Believe it or not, these are 3D printed. And I could show you. There you go. This is 3D printed. This is 3D printed. You can see all the layer lines. For those of you who are interested, I printed this like this with supports. And this took almost 48 hours to print. I had to rip all the interior out. This guy I printed like this. And that's that. And then these guys I printed just like this. Did I print with supports? No supports on these. And then these guys here are also printed and glued on. I used super glue for that. And clearly I'm using a bit of Bondo here. I got to sand all this off. So for those of you who don't know, as I put these back together, I don't know what these go this way or that way. But these are the ecto goggles from Ghostbusters. This is what I mean when I say Thingiverse is evil. I mean, look at how good these things came out. And, you know, obviously this was just the cost of filament for me to print and maybe a little bit of power. But now it's got me thinking, well, now I need to modify this part to put electronics in there, because I want a little bar graph across the top of here or something like that. Maybe stuff and hide a battery in there. Now I need to get all the freaking as you can see, there's holes here where you got to get the snaps. So I got to drill a hole here and put the head strap, and then you need the foam rubber that goes in there. So you know, an essentially free project very quickly turns into one that you need to spend a little bit of money on. So there's that. But this is not the only project I've now started working on. Because it's a 3D printer, and you print a part, and then print another part, and print another part, and then take these parts and start working on them. Now on the side, you could start printing something else. And that's what I did. So let me show you that. This is awesome. So as I said before, you just start printing and printing and printing and printing and printing and printing. Let me show you the rest of this. I'm assuming you guys know what this is now. And this guy goes on the back. As you can see, this is clearly not put together. So, while you're busy working on something else, you can have other parts printing. And if you don't know what this is yet, maybe this will help. And if that doesn't help, certainly. This will help. So, yeah, I've been a little bit busy printing parts and putting stuff together. There's a guy that, this is not my design. I found this, and this guy, he sells all the parts and everything else. So like this thing is like 98% 3D printed. This is like a faux metal, and then this is a actual dial knob, and this will be electrified. This guy comes off, and you have electronics in here. This will open like that. There will be a board in here with lights and smoke and electrics, and there's going to be a bar graph in here. And I mean, this is just awesome, absolutely freaking awesome. This is not totally put together yet. You know, I've got this part put together. I still need to install the bottom, but I mean, this dude, Charles Dynamics, he offers these plans. You can print this out for free, and then supply your own hardware and put it together. But he also on the side sells the electronics and the smoke kit and all that other stuff. So you can actually have the real skateboard bearing wheels on there, and you can go as far or as not far with this project as you want. So you can get the basic kit and just get the hardware to put this together, and then you can get the electronics kit, and you can get this and that. And I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like you guys could probably benefit from seeing this. Halloween's coming up and all, and this has just been a side project from FPV. So there's that. I mean, I think this is awesome. I think this is absolutely awesome. So I've got the goggle project running. I've got this project running. I just started prints for another project, but I still need more prints. This is why this is not totally put together right now. I still need other prints. There's another bar that goes in here to hold. There's a metal plate with I think it's like a plexiglass bottom or something like that. And then you put those two parts there, and then these guys go here across the bottom like that, and they hold everything in place. And then these also hold LEDs. So there's 3 LEDs, and then in between that you put speakers. So it's a very in-depth project. But like I said, I need extra parts to put that part together, and then once I get that, then I can install the bottom, and then once I install the bottom, then I can install this back guy here. And then once it's completely together, I'm gonna figure out what I want to do, because I think I want to sand this down, prime and paint, much like these guys here. These are just need a little bit of sanding, and then I'm actually going to put another coat of primer on, see what they look like, and go from there. And if that comes out really good, which it already is, I think I'm going to do the same, just to remove all these layer lines here. I don't really like that, but I mean, how awesome does that look? Ugh. Or like these guys, my God. So yeah, 3D printing is not just mini quads here. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I have printed up that, I'm not going to share online, but I figured you guys would benefit from this. Look at this. This guy, he's got magnets that he sells in that kit. And that just goes in there. And then this guy fits right on top like that. So you can access all your stuff. But I mean, this thing's going to have smoke in it. And that's cool. So this guy's got a video up. I'll put the link up there of just basically how this thing works. If you guys are interested, I'll continue posting updates of this. I don't think I'll do an actual step-by-step build, but I will post updates if you guys are into that. So let me know in the comments below. Is this something you want to see more of? from a FPV channel. But I'm kind of figuring, and most of you have told me, that the natural progression in FPV is to get a 3D printer. And the natural progression with a 3D printer is to completely nerd out with all the stuff that's online and available to freely print. So with this being the natural progression in the FPV hobby to pick up a 3D printer, and for those of you who are on the fence that are not sure if you want to get a 3D printer, the Ender 3 that I have prints really good, and it's cheap. It's like $200. So if you're interested in getting into that, I highly suggest it. It's the barrier to entry is not as high as it is in the FPV space, and it's a lot of fun, and it's something that you can just kind of set and walk away from, let your part print, and then continue on doing whatever you're doing. Just fair warning, projects like this are expensive, so there's that. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, click that thumbs up button, and if you haven't done it already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button, because you only get to do it once, and it's fun, and I'll catch you later. Peace.